Welcome to the Cup of Joe Wrestling Show.
Cup of Joe Wrestling Show?
With Joey Harris. A podcast for the wrestling fan on the go. So take your favorite beverage of choice and join Joey as he takes a look at some of the biggest shows on the WWE Network.
From makeshift studios deep in the heart of stately Maine Manor, this is the Cup of Joe Wrestling Show. I am your host, Joey Harris. Follow the show on Twitter at Cup of Joe Pod. You can email the show at cupofjoewrestlingshow@gmail.com. Folks, my post office saga continues as I finally broke down and tried the machine in the lobby. I know what you're thinking. I have to pull over and recover from this. Joey finally tried the machine in the lobby, and I did, and it was okay, but more difficult than I think it needs to be. You go, and all these machines now, you can't push a button, all that, everything, touch the screen, everything is touch screen. So I go and I touch the screen, I do what it says, and it gives you several different options. Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And one of them is scan a prepaid envelope, which is what I need to do for the packages I'm sending out. And so I did that, and it's like, it gives you the spiel. Like, do you have any liquids, any flammables, any gases, anything hazardous in here? No, I don't have any of that. Okay, do you recognize that you need to do this? Yes. And then the little scanner thing comes on. So you scan it, and then they give you the spiel. Well, you have to put it in the box to send it out and make sure that it's in the box. And yes, I realize all of that. So I click OK. But I've got multiple packages to send out, right? And so, no, you got to go back, and it won't just allow you to just scan them one at a time and just boom, 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 one big thing. And so I got two different receipts. And I'm like, if I was going to get multiple receipts, I should have just gone inside and had that woman from a few weeks ago do it. I'm like, okay. So I had two, and then I had another box that I didn't think was going to fit in there. So I scanned one box, and I had the post office rather scan one box, and I did two of the packages on my own. All right, so I go back yesterday, and I said, oh, I think if I do this, it'll allow me to do all that and scan it and just get it all on one receipt. So I go back and say, I'm going to try it again. I've got two packages again. Scan one, did all of the thing. I go to scan the second one, it won't let me do that, but there is another button that I had not seen the first time. I'm like, oh, if I do that, and then I did that, scanned both of my items, got one receipt. And so I did that and left there, go and get my coffee from Dunkin'. And you have to say, there's a reason, folks, they changed their name from Dunkin' Donuts to just Dunkin', because I went Friday, I had the free coffee that I had earned. I'm a member, and what I spend on coffee a week, they ought to give me one every other day, but that's okay. I'm a caffeine fiend. And so I order ahead on my app so I can get the extra points, get my free coffee. And I said, ooh, it's afternoon, I'm going to get an iced coffee, and I'll get a little 3-count of Munchkins, the little donut hole thing that they have. And so I go through, they don't have any Munchkins at all. The guy said, yeah, we don't have any Munchkins. So now I've got to go through, because they can't refund it back on the app once the order has gone through. They can give you something similar in price. So now I'm like, all right, well, tell me what you do have. And he gives me the load of, it's like they have every donut known to man. They just don't have any Munchkins. I wanted an apple fritter, but they never have any apple fritters, so I don't even ask for those anymore. So they have a lemon donut. I'm like, oh, yeah, that sounded really good to me. I said, I'll have that. My little afternoon sugar pick-me-up. I'm limiting my sugar, but I had kind of been good all day, so I'm like, I'll give myself a little bit of, little donut. It was more sugar than I wanted, which is why I wanted the 3-count of Munchkins. So I go through, I get my lemon donut, I get my coffee, I come back home, and it's like the old Robin Williams comedy routine. It was light, it was dark, it was light, it was dark, it was light, it was dark. But instead of light and dark, it was sunny, it was snowy, it was sunny, it was snowy. Back and forth. Just all the falderall, as they say. But speaking of falderall, which is what my life has descended to, I guess, today we start Project 45. 45 years and 45 weeks. A look at the years in wrestling since I have been alive. And today we start Project 45 by looking at a WWWF show from the year I was born, 1978. And we land on the WWWF at the Philadelphia Spectrum from March 25th, 1978. So about 2 months and a week and a couple of days after I was born. So I was just a couple of months old. We start out with the WWE old school intro. Vince McMahon and Dick Graham are the announcers for the evening. And we start out with a WWWF Heavyweight Championship match. Bob Backlund with Arnold Skaaland versus Spiros Arion. Backlund gets a good ovation as he is announced as champion. This is Backlund's first defense in Philadelphia. Backlund extends his hand, but Arion won't shake it. They go to their respective corners. They circle each other and finally lock up. They break, circle each other and lock up again. Backlund pushes Arion off into the ropes. Backlund with the go-behind, and they mention that Backlund is only 28 here. Arion gets to the ropes and Backlund releases the hold. They lock up again, and Arion with the go-behind. Backlund trying to break the hold. Backlund reverses the hold. Arion again makes it to the rope. Another lock up, and Backlund goes immediately to the ropes. Arion trying to reach back for a leg to get out of the hold. He tries to sit out, but can't get it. Arion gets to the ropes. Backlund picks him up and brings him back to the center of the ring while never letting go of the go-behind. The referee still makes him break the hold. Arion with a side headlock into a go-behind, which Backlund reverses. Arion reaches for the ropes, but is fading down to the mat. Backlund gets Arion down and his shoulders to the mat for a 2 count. Arion is still in the hold, and Backlund gets him back down for another 2 count. Arion gets back to his feet and gets a side headlock on Backlund. He punches Backlund, who lifts Arion up. Backlund goes back behind Arion. Arion goes back to the side headlock. Backlund lifts Arion up before slamming him back down to his feet. He does it a second time. Arion with a modified bulldog to run Backlund into the turnbuckle. Arion with a snapmare. Backlund gets a backslide for a 2 count. Arion complains about the speed of the count. They lock up, and Backlund with a modified takedown. Arion gets Backlund down and chokes him a couple of times, but breaks before the count of 5. Arion stomps Backlund down on the ground. Arion with a scoop slam on Backlund. He stomps him again. Backlund gets Arion into a small package for a 2 count, and Arion rolls out to the floor. He finally climbs back in after stalling for a couple of minutes. They start to circle each other again. Test of strength. Backlund goes down to one knee. He then climbs through Arion's legs to break the hold. Backlund wants Arion in the center of the ring. Arion goes for a kick, but Backlund catches his leg. He kicks Arion's thigh. Arion gets in the ropes to try to force Backlund away from him. They circle each other again. Arion goes to kick Backlund again and again. Backlund catches his leg. Arion scratching and clawing at Backlund's face trying to get out of the hold. He finally punches Backlund down. Arion kicks Backlund in the back. Arion with an Irish whip and a kick to the stomach. Arion with a knee to the face. Arion with another Irish whip. Backlund comes back with a sunset flip for a 2 count. Arion goes to a corner and tries to beg off. They circle each other again. Test of strength in the center of the ring. Arion pulls Backlund towards the corner and tries to kick him, and again Backlund catches his leg. Backlund with a leg hook to try to hyperextend the leg. He then drops a leg on Arion's leg. Backlund with a leg hold. Backlund sits down, still holding the leg. The referee asks Arion if he wants to quit, and Arion says no. Arion falls back to the mat, still in the hold, and Backlund gets a 2 count. Another 2 count. Arion fights through the pain to try to get out of the move. Arion finally reaches the ropes. Backlund kicks Arion and releases the hold. Arion rips the turnbuckle pad off and runs Backlund's head into it. He then runs it into the exposed buckle again. Arian kicks Backlund down in the corner until Backlund is halfway out of the ring. Arnold Skolin gets up out of his chair to complain to the referee that Arian kicked Backlund in the groin. Backlund slowly comes back around. Arian punches Backlund in the stomach while he is still out. He then kicks Backlund off of the apron. Backlund struggling to get back in. He gets on the ring apron at the count of 8 before being kicked by Arian again. Arian gets Backlund up in almost a gut-wrench suplex move, but slams him down on his stomach in an inverted backbreaker-like move. Backlund kicks out at 2. Arian runs Backlund into the ring post. Arian gets into it with the referee, allowing Backlund to hit him with a mule kick. Arian with a kick to the stomach, and he gets Backlund up in a backbreaker. Backlund kicks his leg and reverses it into a backslide, but Arian slides off before the count. Backlund runs Arian into a corner turnbuckle. He then puts Arian's head between his legs and stomps down. Backlund with a pile driver. Backlund with a bulldog to Arian in the corner. Backlund gets an atomic drop on Arian, but as he was going up, Arian's boot hit the referee and knocks him out. Backlund goes to cover, but there is no referee. Backlund gets up looking for the referee, who was out on the floor. Arian nails Backlund from behind. They exchange blows in the center of the ring. Chief Jay Strongbow and Peter Maivia both come in to try to separate the two. More wrestlers separate the two, and another referee comes in. The bell rings. They take referee Dick Kroll out on a stretcher as Backlund and Arian break loose and start punching each other again. They finally get Arian out of the ring and the crowd boos him. Gary Michael Capetta announces the match as a double disqualification. Vince and Dick take a look at a replay of the atomic drop that took Kroll out. Bruno Sammartino with Arnold Skolin versus Ken Patera. Sammartino with a great ovation as he comes out. Patera jumps him as soon as he comes through the ropes. He hits an elbow to Sammartino's head. Patera drops an elbow on the prone Sammartino. A series of elbows to Sammartino and then forearms to his chest. Patera with a boot to Sammartino from the second rope. He drops another elbow to the back. He then stomps Sammartino's back. Patera taunts Sammartino briefly before stomping him again. Patera with a scoop slam. Patera picks Sammartino up and hits him with the right hand. He gets Sammartino in the corner and hits him with the right hand. Sammartino comes back with a boot to the midsection and he rams Patera's head into the turnbuckle. Sammartino with another kick and a side headlock. Patera pushes off. Sammartino comes back with a shoulder block. Sammartino comes off the ropes again. Patera leapfrogs him. Sammartino turns around and scoop slams Patera and then hits a couple of arm drags to Patera, who falls out of the ring on the second one. Patera's back is hurting. He walks around the ringside area. The referee starts to count Patera out. Sammartino comes over to taunt Patera, and the referee has to get him back, as Patera climbs the steps to get back in the ring. Back in, they circle each other again. Sammartino approaches and Patera goes out to the apron. He gets back in on the 7 count, and they lock up in the corner. Patera with a couple of kicks to the stomach to knock Sammartino down. Another kick, and he drops a knee on Sammartino. He misses a second knee when Sammartino moves out of the way. Sammartino gets up and kicks the leg several times before getting Patera in a single leg crab. Patera is fighting it. Patera flips Sammartino over and starts punching him. He picks Sammartino up and drives him to the corner. Patera with a corner whip. He picks Sammartino up and scoop slams him. Patera goes to drop the elbow, but Sammartino moves. Sammartino with an arm drag. Patera keeps going through the ropes to the outside. Patera walks around the ringside area. He makes the referee keep Sammartino away as he climbs back through the ropes. Back in, they lock up again. Sammartino goes for the side headlock. Patera pushes off. Patera leapfrogs Sammartino as he comes off the ropes. He then hits Sammartino with a high knee as he comes back. Patera drops an elbow on Sammartino. He gets a 2 count. Patera gets the full Nelson on Sammartino, who immediately runs Patera into the corner turnbuckle to break the hold. Sammartino with a knee to Patera's back. More knees and stomps to Patera's back. He then has Patera's head on the bottom rope and steps on it. Sammartino then runs Patera headfirst into the turnbuckle. Sammartino with an Irish whip and a boot to the stomach of Patera. Sammartino with a rear chin lock and a knee to Patera's back, but Patera won't give up. Patera is in tremendous pain, but still won't give up. San Martino then picks up Patera and applies a full Nelson. Patera gets to the ropes to break the hold. San Martino hits Patera, who falls on the broadcast table at ringside. Patera walks around the ring before getting back in. Back in, they exchange punches. Patera with a wild right that misses, and San Martino hits him with a series of jabs. He then kicks Patera down on the ground. He gets a 2 count. San Martino with a front face lock. Patera gets to his feet and carries San Martino over to the corner and slams him into the turnbuckle to break the hold. Patera hits several rights to the jaw of San Martino in the corner. Patera with an Irish whip and a bear hug. San Martino falls to the ground, still in the bear hug. He gets a 2 count. San Martino won't give up. He gets back to his feet and hits a couple of headbutts to get out of the hold. San Martino goes back to a corner and kicks Patera when he tries to come in. San Martino punches and kicks in the center of the ring. More kicks to knock Patera down. He kicks Patera in the head. Patera comes back with kicks of his own to knock San Martino down. He then kicks San Martino, dropping down from the top turnbuckle. San Martino falls halfway out of the ring, and Patera choking him and pushing down on his head. He stops at the referee's count and then goes back when the referee stops counting. San Martino collapses back inside the ring. Patera puts his knee down on San Martino's throat, then breaks on the 3 count. Patera hits San Martino with a knee from the second rope as San Martino is struggling to get back to his feet. Patera gets the bear hug on. San Martino with a hip lock to break the hold. San Martino stomps Patera's back, then knees to the back to knock Patera down. San Martino then gets a bear hug on Patera. Patera rakes the eyes to get out of the hold. Patera rolls to the outside to regroup. San Martino attacks Patera whenever he tries to get back in the ring. Patera grabs San Martino's legs and drags him to the outside. San Martino shoves Patera into the ring post. San Martino throws Patera back into the ring. They exchange right hands. A knee to the face knocks Patera down and out. San Martino follows him out. San Martino grabs a chair at ringside and hits Patera with it. The bell rings. San Martino runs Patera into the ring apron. Patera tries to get back in the ring, but San Martino hauls him out again. He hits Patera several times before throwing him back in the ring. San Martino gets into the ring, and Patera rolls out again. Patera raises his arms, and the crowd boos him. Patera gets in the ring, and everyone who was in the ring clears out except the referee. Patera then gets out of the ring to boos again. Patera then walks back to the dressing room. Gary Michael Capetta announces that both wrestlers were counted out. Haystacks Calhoun versus Nikolai Volkoff. Volkoff announces being from Mongolia at this point in his career. Volkoff starts to attack Calhoun before the ring announcer gets out the introductions. He does finish them before running out of the ring. They circle each other. Volkoff pushes Calhoun back against the ropes. He breaks the face, headbutts, and hits a forearm to Calhoun. He is stomping Calhoun up against the ropes. Calhoun comes back with forearms to Volkoff. He then runs Volkoff into the corner. Calhoun with an Irish whip and a shoulder block to knock Volkoff back. He drives Volkoff to the ropes. Volkoff trying to avoid Calhoun. Calhoun with a go-behind, but Volkoff gets to the ropes. Calhoun with an arm lock. Volkoff with an eye rake to get out of the move. Back and forth up against the ropes. Calhoun gets Volkoff in the corner and squashes him over and over. Volkoff with fingers to the eyes to get out of the hold. He bites and punches Calhoun in the corner. He goes for a high knee in the corner, but Calhoun moves. Volkoff falls down and Calhoun splashes him to get the pin. Volkoff complains to the referee. Volkoff then threatens the referee as Calhoun leaves. They show a replay of the finish before it fades to black. Final thoughts. This was a fun little show. You can see how different wrestling was then compared to today. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at @TheJoeyHarris. If you like the show, please leave a review on iTunes or Apple Podcasts. I would really appreciate it. Thank you for joining me this week. This is Joey saying so long from stately Maine Manor.
The Cup of Joe Wrestling Show is a production of Baby Kangaroo Media.